story time of how I got dumped and became a single mom at 23. So basically, I was living... It's not fun, by the way. Here, so I was living in Georgia with her dad. We had like our own life, our own apartment, our own everything, obviously. When I got pregnant, I was like, okay, having kids gonna be hard because my parents live in Michigan. So he was like, okay, let's just move up to Michigan. You can have help with your parents, whatever, da-da-da-da. We mutually agreed to come to Michigan, right? So we moved to Michigan together. He gets like super depressed. I get super depressed because obviously like I'm towards the end of the pregnancy. I'm big as fuck. I just was not thriving. I wasn't happy at all. Like I left my job, I left my apartment, I left all my friends in Georgia. So anyways, we move up here. We just were not clicking. We were not getting along. He was being so mean to me. Like seriously, just so mean. Like that's all that I can say. So finally, my birthday's on Valentine's Day, so 4 days before my birthday, he was like, yeah, I'm leaving tomorrow. And I can't explain it. But anyways, long story short, he's like, I'm leaving. I'm like, okay, whatever, like, go. He's like, tell me if you want to be in a relationship, because if not, like, I'm leaving. And I was like, no, go, like, whatever the fuck. I didn't really, a bitch did not think he was gonna leave, okay? In the morning, he packed everything up and he left. He literally just, like, kissed Gianna and was just like, yeah, I'm not doing this. He didn't take his clothes. He didn't take his shoes. He didn't take, like, anything. He didn't take his kid. He didn't take me. And he just, like, hopped on the road and drove back to Georgia. And then, this was 4 days before my 23rd birthday, so I was 22. Finally Valentine's Day rolls around, which is my birthday, 4 days after he ditched me. I found out he moved in with his ex. And they have a kid. Well, he has 6 kids. Yeah, we haven't seen him since. So it's just us now. We're just vibing together. I love her. If you guys see him, he's somewhere in Atlanta, so just let me know. Tell him he forgot his kid. Alright, part 2 on how I became a single mom at 22, or no, yeah, I was 22, oh my god, so yeah, so you guys know how he left. He went back to Georgia, he moved in with his ex-girlfriend, whatever, but let's backtrack to the day that he left, and I'm gonna make her a bottle while we're doing this, because she's about to go to sleep. I'm about to go to sleep, because it's 7:30 and that's my bedtime. But yeah, so, he left all his shit. Like I said, he left his whole life behind, his clothes, his shoes, he left his kid, he left me. I thought we were, like, gonna get married or whatever, but I think that when I got, like, pregnant, I became unattractive to him. And then I ended up, like, having to take some time off towards the end of my pregnancy. So I, like, wasn't making any money or anything, so I was, like, useless to him at that point, I guess. I don't really know. And then I had an emergency C-section, so when I had that emergency C-section, I know he didn't like my body. So hence why I feel like he was depressed, because I just went from being, like, happy, silly, little old me to, I don't know, I was just, like, so sad and depressed. But I was, like, getting there. I was, like, slowly, like, getting my life back together and back on track, and coming out of postpartum. So I was a month postpartum, and she was 30 days old when he decided to leave. He literally just basically got on the phone with his mom, and she was just telling him, like, I think you're still hung up on your ex. I think this is why you and Morgan won't work out, and da-da-da-da-da. And he, literally, the day he left, he would not look at me, you guys. Like, I this is so embarrassing to say, but I dropped to my knees begging him to stay because I was so scared. I had only been a mom for 30 days. I was straight out of a C-section, so I couldn't even, like, move around. Yeah, it was so bad. Yeah, so he just left, like, and I remember I probably called him, like, 80 times before he hit Ohio, okay? Yeah, I think he was, like, blocking me, like, most of the times, so I just had no contact with him for most of the drive there, which really sucked, because I was, like, sitting in my room, like, literally, like, should I die now? But no, that's not the answer, don't do that. Yeah, so I stayed in my room for, like, 3 weeks. I lost a lot of weight. He sent me flowers on my birthday, which is kind of like an asshole thing to me, because he literally moved in with his ex on the same day that he sent me flowers. Say, yeah, that was rude. She's like, girl, hurry up. Here, Gigi, you want your bottle? She's gonna go to sleep after this. Say, I can grab my own bottle and go to sleep. Good job! My baby is so grown. I love you, Gigi. Oh my goodness, this is so cute. But have a good night. That was part 2. All right, y'all. So part 3 on how I became a single mom at 22. This one's really depressing, so I'm literally going to try not to cry. LOL. So he goes back to Georgia, obviously. I am still in Michigan. Literally depressed as all could be. Like, I'm not kidding you guys. It sounds crazy to say, like, now looking back, I had no money, I literally lost everything, okay? No money, no job, no nothing. Like, my life was torn into literal pieces, okay? So basically, he's obviously in Georgia, and, he's, kind of, I'm thinking we're gonna get back, but also I'm like, I don't know at this point, so, oh my god, where's your scoop, Jeter, Weeder, features? So, the day that I found out he moved in with his ex-girlfriend, so it's 3 a.m., right? Minding my business. I hadn't slept in days, you guys. Like, I was losing mad sleep over this shit. I was so sad. So, of course, 3 a.m., ding, 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 I get a fucking notification of somebody requesting me, messaging me on Facebook. Bitch, I scroll over and guess who it is? Oh my god. One of his baby moms sends me a 2-page message. Hey, Morgan. I don't know what you and blank name have going on, but by the way, and she just sends me everything. Mind you, basically, I guess, and while we were in Georgia, apparently she lived around the block from us, right? So he was telling me he would, be going to, Atlanta or, something like that, and, going and, staying there and just, being with her. And they had, literally a whole family. He was taking her son to school every single day. And that wasn't even his son. They have a kid together, but, he was basically playing stepdad to these other kids while I was at home pregnant with his kid. Funny as fuck now that I think about it. But she messages me, right? Hey! And she's all he was sending me videos of you guys doing the nasty. I was 21 when he was sending these videos without my consent, because I didn't know that they were taken, by the way. I own a truck, right? I own a brand new truck. I guess he was driving around in my truck every single day. He barely let me use my own truck. She told me, oh yeah, and he told me that you bought his truck for him, all this shit. And basically just saying every single day he was going home doing X, Y, and Z with her, and then coming home and doing X, Y, and Z with me. When I confronted him about it, his words were, at least I showered in between. That's so sad. Alright, y'all, part 4 while I make her a bottle because she's an angry little child today. Say, Jeter Weeder Feeders is angry. You don't need that. So, you guys keep on asking, did he take his stuff with him, or what kind of stuff did he leave? Well, he left me, he left his kid, he left all of his clothes, all of his shoes. He left a whole ass 2 t-shirt presses. He left a whole ass 22-foot long food truck, whatever the frick you want to call it. Mind ya, he left it in my parents' friend's backyard, and they texted me hey, we need this out of my backyard. And I was too scared to say hey, he fucking dipped on us, I don't know where he's at. So instead I just paid for storage, and it's $235 to keep the storage, which he won't pay for. I have to pay for it out of pocket, so that kind of sucks ass. Yeah, he left his phone, he left everything but his chains, now that I think about it. They're probably dangling in his ex-girlfriend's face right now as we speak. Oh, and one of the worst parts about this is that I had a whole apartment stuff, obviously, because I had my own apartment, and he made me give it all away because he didn't feel like bringing it to Michigan, all my pots and all my pans and all my stuff from my apartment. And then he was well, I'm just gonna buy new ones when we get our own place in Michigan. So now I don't have anything for my apartment. I have to start from scratch. Yeah. Oh, and then you guys are asking me if I'm friends with the other baby moms. Honey, this is not sister wives. I don't want to be their friend. But when Gianna grows up, if she wants to be her sister's friends or whatever, they can be besties. But I'm not participating in that shit. I'm not putting my clown suit on for this bullshit. And then, on top of that, before he left, his ex-girlfriend, which he's now with, was wanted to be my friend so bad. She always wanted to be my friend. She was always trying to get me to come to Atlanta and stay with her, which is just weird. I think she wanted a threesome, which is nasty. Yeah. And then she even invited me to move in. He told me a few weeks ago, oh, you can come live with us. I just want to do polygamy. Is that the word? Bitch, please. I would never. You want our bottle, waddle, 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 waddle. Say yes, Mom. Say yes. Gigi wants our bottle. You can't be lazy. You can do it. Good job, Gigi. Good job. Say good job.